Hello, Hell Stalkers. This is Derek Klein coming to you from the Hell Palace, and we've got an active 3, maybe even 4 or 5 day stretch of weather, and it looks like it all just resets again, and we start it back off again by the middle of next week as well. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. We've got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to focus on the May 8th, 9th, and 10th forecast for you today. So 3 days that we're going to look at, and specifically we're going to look at a couple of cities for today's forecast as well. So let's go ahead and jump right on in for today's outlook, and we've got a pretty large area here stretching all the way up from Denver, and it's going to come all the way down into the plains, into Oklahoma, and then down towards Dallas potentially, and then back into west central Texas. So those will be the areas that we're going to focus on. The largest hail looks like it's really going to be out in the plains, so northwest Texas, probably our pick spot for the day. If you're going to be in the Wichita Falls area, that's where we expect the largest hail to happen. We've actually got a boundary that's going to stationary itself right across the Red River here, and that's going to be the focus for the largest hail as we go through the afternoon hours. Potentially as large or even larger than softballs will be possible. Those storms, as they lift to the north across the boundary, will have a tendency to still produce some large hail. So the possibility of large hail across western and central Oklahoma is definitely there. If storms can hold together, they might shift a little further to the east, and that's when we'll start talking about northeast Oklahoma having the potential for some large hail as well. So let's take a look at some individual forecasts, some individual locations here. So we're going to take a look at Tulsa. Tulsa is really probably not one of the most likely areas to have some hail. If you get it, could be up to golf ball size, but really only about a 10% chance. Should be fairly late as well, 7 to 10 p.m. and maybe some 60-mile-per-hour winds. So just your generic garden variety, low-end, severe-type thunderstorms for the Tulsa area for today. As we get into Saturday and more specifically Sunday, the chance for severe weather goes up quite a bit for Tulsa. So we'll be focusing on that. We'll have another forecast again for you folks in the Tulsa area as we go through the day on Saturday and Sunday. We're also going to have to start throwing in some cities like Des Moines, Kansas City, potentially Chicago, St. Louis. So we're going to add a lot to the forecast as we go through the next couple of days as the storm system shifts off to the east. As we drop south of Oklahoma City, definitely an opportunity for some large hail. Up to tennis ball size is possible from 4 to 9 p.m. tonight. The chance of hail, about 30%. So not exactly sure how everything's going to evolve as it moves off of that warm front, but as it does, the chance of hail will be there, and some of it could be large. Sometimes when these storms move off the north side of a boundary, they also have a tendency to produce really hard hail. So it does increase the damage potential. So if you're driving in through one of those storms or you get caught in one of those, the hail may be a little bit harder, so it may be a little easier to break a windshield or something like that. So something to watch out for. And winds up to 60 miles per hour with any of these storms on the north side of the boundary. Tornado threat in Oklahoma City looks fairly low, but it is Oklahoma City, has a tendency to happen even when you don't think it's going to. So keep an eye out. There is a chance for some tornadoes, but more than likely they'll be to the south of Oklahoma City for today. As we go ahead and keep pushing forward here, we're going to drop south down towards Wichita Falls and Abilene, Texas. This is where we think the largest hail will happen, so softball size or larger is possible in Wichita Falls and Abilene today. The chance of hail specifically for Wichita Falls, about 50%, so it's up there. Abilene, you're probably setting at about 30%. The biggest storms might be just a little to your north. So up towards Wichita Falls. Wind-driven hail, yeah, it could be there. 75-mile-per-hour winds also possible with those storms. We head over to Dallas. We're going to have to watch those storms develop around Wichita Falls and move into the area, and so that could decrease the hail size or at least the opportunity. But if it happens, baseball-size hail would be possible. We'll go with about a 30% chance. Again, the uncertainty being what mode will these storms be in when they get to Dallas. Should be later in the evening, 6 to 11 p.m., and definitely some winds with those storms as well, up to 75 miles per hour. So it could have a 2-day event. Had some hail and some big storms in Dallas, or at least the north side of Dallas, northwest side of Dallas yesterday, and some of those produced hail larger than softballs as well. So some big-time storms have been going on, and they're going to continue to go on. As we jump forward here, let's go ahead and take a look at Saturday. So we're here Saturday, May 9th, and we've got, again, another large area where we expect hail, potentially on some of the wraparound back into Denver. This will go up into Nebraska, down across Kansas, Oklahoma City, and Texas, and then possibly stretching over towards the St. Louis area. The largest hail, again, will be right up along the dry line, so western central Kansas, south central Nebraska, western, potentially central Oklahoma, and northwest Texas. Those will be the areas. Again, hail larger than softballs. This also has the potential to be a tornado outbreak. So this could and probably will be the biggest day that we've had potentially this year with severe weather across the United States. So we'll fine tune this forecast a lot more as we go through the day tomorrow, but expect some big time updates on this and a forecast again tomorrow morning from us on what's going to happen on Saturday. And as we jump into Sunday, May 10th, area shifts off just a little to the east. The storm system also lifts to the north, and so we're going to extend the severe weather through Iowa, potentially up into Wisconsin, Illinois, over into Indiana, and then drop back south again along the cold front and the dry line into Oklahoma and Texas. The largest hail potential up to tennis ball size for right now. And here, we'll get out of the way here so you can kind of see that. Up to tennis ball size right now, again, from Iowa down into Missouri, eastern Kansas, eastern, potentially central Oklahoma, and then north central, northeast Texas, and possibly west Arkansas. That'll be the area that we'll be focusing on for Sunday. Again, each day we will update this forecast and let you know exactly what to expect. But this is just more of an outlook to give you an idea of what is coming. And this will actually shift off to the east on Monday. And then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll reset it back up in the plains again. And we'll just do it all over again. So that's our forecast for today. If you have any questions, as always, we are here, info@hailtrace.com. You can always give us a call as well, 855-334-4245. Hope you have a great day.